All right, we're back with War 2. LVT is going against Chaos. I'm actually having to do this recording in my truck because, I did the arena grind and, I did 175 million when all I needed was 75. So I went and cried this afternoon and instead of recording this video, sadly. But now that I'm over it, we're going to get back to war. I'm going to be running Abs Man mostly this war with a little bit of Future Ant-Man. And we've got 7 fights. So here we are against this first one. I believe it's Hulkling. Now we do have the I-Bomb synergy just for one fight to give the poison immunity later. Now this guy did have Suicide Zone. Wouldn't have mattered because, it's Absorbing Man. So it really wouldn't have mattered. But you will see that he does have them on. I think he's the only one that had them on this war, at least in the fights that I took. So, this one should be fairly quick if I ever get done with the boost. All right, here we go. Now, I did use the Urug just because I really don't have a good reason, and I'd lie to you if I did. But we're just gonna go with it. He's already ticking down. I think I go to the L3. That's right. I was gonna special 1 spam, but his buff shot me up higher, so I was like, I guess we're gonna go to the L3, which it does pretty good damage and gives me a lot of additional benefits. But now, I do have on suicides for these first few fights. You won't notice it in this fight because, it's already over. But with Future Ant-Man in the next fight, you will see. And I do it as a test because I'm taking Bishop on 22 with Future Ant-Man. And, of course, we're playing Chaos. So, it's a rank 2. So this one, I used Suicides, and I was going to test it against Kitty just because I know I'm boosted, so I know I'm going to be losing more health than usual. And I kind of wanted to test it out just to see how bad it was going to be because there's really not much to this fight. It does have that aggression prowess, which is annoying, very much so. And I swear at times I think she only gains like 2 at a time, it felt like. See? She gains 2 at a time. And, there's 1. Just to make me a liar. But you can see, this fight's it's going down. Future Ant-Man hits really hard with suicides. But, now here's the thing to notice. I am losing health because of suicides, but it's not that bad. But here's the thing I didn't realize was it was just 30 seconds. The fight was over in 30 seconds. And I'm rolling with Boss Man, with Taters. So, he knocked out 19. I go to this one, okay? In my mind, I'm like, all right, that wasn't bad. But I do throw on an invuln because I know what I'm doing to myself. I like, what's my motto? Hey, Oak likes to do stupid shit. So, here we go. And let me explain what I mean, okay? This fight's going to be a lot longer, so I'm going to lose so much more health. Plus, you have to add on the block damage from a rank 2 7-star. So that means I'm taking out my margin of error. Now, I throw on an invuln just to give me a few mistakes if I slip up, because I don't have much room at all. So here we go. I'm not gonna parry nothing. Just hold block, bait heavies. I ideally want to push him to L2, even though the L1 really don't matter. It really don't. But it just makes this fight so much safer. And you'll see here shortly, okay? See, I'm already 30 seconds in on this one. And my health just starts dwindling down. I haven't taken no hits. No, nothing. And I'm already down to like 60%. But I played this fight kind of well. Ooh, that L1 hurt on the block. And I mean, you can see, now I'm down to 50% health and never took a blocked hit. Or I mean, not an actual hit. But, hey, one of these days I'm going to learn not to do stupid shit. It just ain't today. Anyways. All right, our next fight, and you'll see I'm doing all these fights at this point up in one go. This was night 1. So now I'm going to put on Urug for this void. That way I'm immune to shock and bleed. We'll just play stun immune. With abs, man, I like to use PS1s. That way I can start the fight with an L1. Can go on and get my charges up there. I know they'll be paused a lot and it'll be easier, but it just makes me feel warm and cuddly on the inside. I just feel safe with a Power Start 1. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Because it makes me feel warm inside. So, here we go. Let's see what I do. Okay, we're going to do a 3-hit combo, and there's that L1. And alright, now I start the fight with basically 116 charges out of the gate. And that's the part I like. Okay, now we can start, because one more L1, yeah, alright. Now we can start getting the vulnerabilities up. Because I just want out of this fight. That's really it. Okay, see, there we go. We're going to get that vulnerability. That way we can hit hard. Because there's not much to this fight. I know some people, like to go to the L3 for the long pause, yada, yada, yada. I don't. I'm going to spam L1s. And I did take off suicides for this fight. And the rest of the war, I have them off. After the bishop fight, no more suicides for me. Now, next is this spot. I originally was not supposed to take it. But the guy who was going to take it needed to go somewhere else. And they're like, hey, can you do this? Well, hell yeah, I can. And abs, man, we trust. By God, we trust. Now, let me pull from my book of Liza and Tater notes because, well, they make me sound smart. I don't actually know anything. I just write down things they tell me. Hey, watch out for this, watch out for that. And I'm like, hey, that sounds smart. Or I'm going to jot that down, make a little note, put in video. So here we go. Now, I am going to go in Urug. And the reason for that is because his ruptures are physical damage. So they ain't gonna do nothing to me. It takes a little bit of the risk out of the fight because I have that resistance to him. Man, I forgot. I got used to these last few fights when the boosting didn't take long because I was already boosted. But I really need to cut this out. Like, buddy, hit the buttons and then hit start fight. See, I feel like I pulled this up 10 times already. Yes, it has not changed since you last checked it. I promise. Oh, those have not changed either, buddy. They're not magically gonna change. Alright, here we go. So, it was nice to pick up an extra fight. I'm greedy. Don't judge me. But I did use another Power Start 1. It's just how I like to do it. Is it necessary? No. But man, he got up to 4 charges quick. Oh, I don't think I realized he was at 5 and I went to punish. Whoops. Well, I guess I had to start that untouchable sometime. But that's the good thing about Urug. It just ain't gonna do nothing to me. I preferred to bait the L1s. It's easier for me to punish personally. But yeah, now we got these up and yeah, there we go. Ooh, man, I'm kind of good at these L1 punishes. I might know what I'm doing after all. How about that? This war is going way better than that Menace fight last war. Now, this is a no. There's no danger here. Now, I do have to knock him down to get the protection off. as you'll see when I pull up the nose probably 10 more times. Now, I do switch to magma. Magma is my preferred form with abs, just because I like the damage. I like to see it melt. But I needed Urug for the other fights. This one, it really doesn't matter which form you go in. It really doesn't, in my opinion. The main thing is get him to an L2 and bait it. You'll get the 600 charges, and you can call it wraps. Now, I do knock him down right before the L1, or as I push him over, just because I do not want him throwing the L1. That would complicate the fight drastically. Now, I know his protection is ending. I get most of the L2 off, and I use the L2 at the same time to knock him down again, because I know my combo will finish. Now, I taxied MP up here. Boy killed it again. Make sure you leave 5 stars on my taxi review. I need a good score. But I digress. Now, this is my last fight. This is a Nimrod on 49. We're going to use abs and we're going to use magma. It's a simple fight. The only thing I wish I had done different was I did not put on power backs. And I've already got the same boost I'm using from the previous 2 fights because I did them all. I moved so I could tax the MP. And I knew I didn't need a power backs on those fights because I was going to spam L1s against Spot. And I was only going to throw 1 special against Null. So I didn't have it on. And the reason I wanted it on this fight, just in case he threw an L2, went unstoppable, and I'm stuck waiting in case my form fell off. Now, it's not a high chance of happening, and it doesn't happen at all. But it's just one of them things where you try and prepare for everything in a fight because you don't know what's going to happen. But it didn't happen. Everything goes well. I mean, if you died at Nimrod, you probably going to get kicked or should get kicked. So, you know, it is what it is. Looks like I went to an L3. Oh, that's right. I went to an L3 for the long pause because after I started the fight, I thought about the power backs because I originally did want to put them on, and I realized I didn't. So I went for the longer pause because I knew his power was getting to an L2. I was like, just in case it happens, I've got that longer pause. And as you can see, he gets passive for a second, and then he finally does throw it. But I'm just trying to play it as safe as possible. You know, I don't want to die to an easy fight. It's a Nimrod. It's Nimrod. And you can tell, this fight's just... It's taking longer than it probably should. But I'm playing more with caution than anything. And I feel like it shows in the gameplay, but I just don't care. Even though it is a rank 5 Nimrod, he's a beefy boy. But the fight never did get in danger. And that's my war now. We won, but it wasn't pretty. As you can see, it was not pretty. 7 deaths, look, that can't happen again. We've got to do better. We're going to be better. That's just all there is to it. Chaos played well. They really did had a good war. Very proud of them. Hey, look at there. Look at the MVPs. Good job, guys, to y'all. Y'all smashed it. And on to the next one. Have a good one.